All right. Give me 1 second. We're getting started in 1 second here. Just making sure that we are good to go today. Looks like we are. All right. Welcome to Live at 5, everyone. It's been a couple weeks since I did this. I want to hop right in. 5 to 10 minute presentation. I'm trying to do this every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So welcome to Live at 5. Today we're going to talk about 5 daily habits that you need to add to your daily routine in order to get leaner, get stronger, and actually reach your goals without trying to stick to some crazy diet and without trying to add hour after hour after hour of cardio just to try to get more calories burned, okay? So let's dive in. Number one of the most important ones is to eat 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight every single day. So for example, 200-pound person should be aiming to eat 140 to 200 grams of protein every single day. That means Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. People make the mistake of going super good for Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday, and they end up not hitting their goals on Saturday and Sunday. But if you prioritize protein, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight that you are, then one, you're going to fill up a lot faster because it's hard to overeat protein. Number two, as I've talked about this before, protein actually takes more energy to digest, so you're going to burn more calories like that. And number three, protein stimulates muscle growth and muscle synthesis, meaning your body is going to prioritize your muscle instead of burning your muscle for energy. It's going to prioritize muscle. So then when it goes to burn energy, it's going to burn body fat. All right, so I've talked about this before a lot. There's a lot of studies now that are showing that eating a high-protein diet is good for weight loss. So how do you actually get to that number? Well, I have a quick example. Give me 1 second here. That I want to talk through. I'm going to pull out my laptop, and I've got a couple props here on how to get, let's say, 140 up to 175 grams of protein. So, for example, for breakfast, if you eat 2 eggs, that's going to be 12 grams of protein. And on top of that, if you add an ounce of cheddar cheese, which is usually like a slice, the pre-cut slices, to your eggs, cheesy eggs, who doesn't like that? That's another 7 grams, so that's 19 total for breakfast. And on top of that, if you have a serving of Greek yogurt, one of my favorites to get is this 2% Fage. There is 17 grams of protein per serving here, and a serving is 3/4 of a cup or 170 grams, so if you can measure that out, even better. So a serving of Greek yogurt, and honestly, what I do is actually put in an extra scoop of whey protein. I should have grabbed my whey protein into the yogurt, which one, makes it sweeter, it tastes good, and number two, my whey protein has 25 more grams of protein in it. Now, in my calculation here, I put the whey protein scoop as optional. So that's why there's a 147 to 172 grams of protein for the final total. So the whey protein is optional, but for breakfast, if you have 2 eggs, an ounce of cheddar cheese, a serving of Greek yogurt, and you can throw some berries on there, you're going to be getting a whopping 12, 19, 29, 36 grams of protein right there. And then again, if you add on the scoop of whey protein, then you're getting about 61 grams of whey protein right there. So that's for breakfast. Sounds like a lot. It's really not that much food calorie-wise. I'm going to calculate the total calories of all the foods that I speak right here at the end. So that's for breakfast. For lunch, if you have 4 ounces of cooked chicken breast, and this can be substituted for like another lean meat. So even chicken thighs might be a little bit less. Ground turkey, that's like 93%. Ground beef, that's 90%, are all going to have around the same amount of protein. 4 ounces is going to give you 35 grams of protein. Now, I actually have some chicken breast that I prepped with some Frank's Buffalo hot sauce, which is delicious. I did this in the Instant Pot, super easy. I just dumped it on, I cooked it, and then I'll probably add on a little bit of a coat when I go to eat it of the Frank's hot sauce as well. This is 4 ounces. I don't know how this is going to be weird, but I'm just going to pick up the chicken. This is 4 ounces of cooked chicken. This is like the size of the palm of my hand, not even, okay? So think that. The palm of your hand is about 3.5 to 4 ounces, depending on how big your hands are, but it's about 4 ounces for the size of the palm of your hand. So when you go to make your meals, whether it's for lunch or for dinner, easily line up your chicken, even if it's chopped or whatever meat you're using, and do a palm-sized portion of the palm of your hand. Now, if you're using ground meat, You might have to be a little bit more because, realize the thickness of the chicken as well. It goes up to here on my palm. So you got to make sure to get enough. But palm size, an inch in thickness as well of meat is going to give you around 35 grams of protein. So 35 grams of protein for lunch there. Add on whatever the hell you want on top of that, a salad or veggies. Then same thing for dinner. Add on 4 ounces of meat. Add on some veggies, whatever you want with it. There's another 35 grams. For snacks, I have 2 snacks included here. Number 1 is an RX bar. I really wish I had one with me. Those have 12 grams of protein, super clean ingredients, good tasting as well. And then I also put a serving of cottage cheese with berries. And this one, is another optional one if you want a second snack. But cottage cheese is super high in protein. Plus the berries, that's going to give you another 14 grams of protein right there. And then finally, a serving of my sweet good Greek yogurt. Yes, I have 2 servings of yogurt in a day. I use this one right here. It's 0 sugar. They use the fake sugar, I guess I should say. I'm pretty sure it's monk fruit. Oh no, it's stevia. But tastes super good. It's sweet. It's a great dessert. I measure out a portion of this, which again is the same portion as the other one, 3/4 of a cup or 170 grams. And that's going to give me 17 more grams of protein right there. So if you calculate all that up, all that food I just read gives you 147 to 172 grams of protein in your day. And guess how many calories all of that food was? Sounds like a lot of food, right? That was 1,400 calories right there. That's it. Plus if you add on other calories from veggies and more fruit and maybe a little bit of carbs like sweet potato or quinoa or rice, then you can start getting into the 1,500, 16, 17, 1,800 calories. But right there, all that protein I just read with a couple sides, that was only 1,400 calories in your day. So for most people, if you are 150 pounds up to 200 pounds, you should be consuming anywhere from 1,500 up to 2,500 calories, depending on how active you are every single day. Okay, so that's an example of protein. That's the longest one I'm going to speak to. So yes, there's that. Number 2, drink 100 ounces of water every single day. Most of us have a reusable water bottle that has an ounces measure on it. Pay attention to that. And then divide that, whether it's 8 ounces or 20 ounces of your water bottle, divide that into 100 and see how many of those you have to drink every single day. So if you have a 20-ounce water bottle, drink 5 every single day. And a quick tip to get there is to drink 30 ounces of water first thing in the morning. It's going to help you out. And then every hour after that, you can add on just 8 ounces of water. It's quick. It's easy. What that's going to do is give you more energy. It's also going to make sure you stay hydrated. It's going to get you more steps because you're going to go pee more. And it's going to fill you up. All right? So, drink more water. Not any other liquid. That does not go towards your 100 ounces, okay? Number 3, walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps in a day. Most people think when they work out, that's good enough. But in reality, if you work out 3 times a week for an hour each time, that is 3 hours out of 7 days of 24 hours. Whatever the hell that math is right there. 3 hours out of over 150 hours in your week, or whatever it is. All right? So what you can do to burn more calories, to get more energy, is to take more steps, do more activity. So 7,000 to 10,000 steps in a day. Most people, if you look at your iPhone, there's a health app. You can click on that and click on the data. It's going to tell you an average of what your iPhone calculates of how many steps per day. Most people are at 3,500 per day. So if you add in a 10-minute walk first thing in the morning, or a lunchtime walk for 10 minutes, and then an evening time walk for 10 minutes, try to get 20 to 30 minutes of walking in every single day. You're going to be a lot closer to that 7 to 10K steps, which is going to help you burn more calories, give you more energy, and help you reach your goals. Number 4, prioritize whole foods. Yes, this is kind of general, but if you eat mainly whole foods, then you're going to fill up faster because you're going to be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and things of that nature, which are very filling, instead of processed foods, which are very calorie dense and easy to take down. But that doesn't mean you have to eat everything so perfectly, especially for, if you're a busy person out there, a busy parent out there, you don't have a lot of time. So time-saving tips with things like, chopped veggies. Or I get a similar bag that I can just pop in the microwave and it steams them in the bag and they're ready to go. Super easy, doesn't take any of my time. So time-saving tips like that are really going to help you out. Or prepping protein like I did with my chicken. Cooking a lot of chicken at once is going to help you save time and help you prioritize whole foods. Now, like I said, I use things like RX bars, I use things like protein powders, I do use things like a protein tortilla that is good ingredients still. It's minimally processed, it is processed, it's not whole foods, but those things help me save time and help me reach my goals of protein. And then finally, number 3, it's actually not even an everyday thing. It can be an everyday thing if you do it correctly, but it's to strength train at least 3 times a week and to do some sort of high intensity or some sort of cardio 1 to 3 times per week. The strength training is actually more. And there's plenty of studies out there that show the more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn at rest. And it's not as taxing as adding on more and more cardio than it is, if you think about it, like if you just do cardio, if you do an hour cardio every single day, you're going to be burning whatever it is, 500 calories for that period of time. But as soon as you stop doing that cardio, you have no afterburn. You have nothing there. If you fall off for a week, you just take away that 500 calories right there. All right? It's just in the moment that you're burning those 500 calories. And when you do cardio, you get better at it, which means you get more efficient at it, which means you have to do more just to keep up with that 500 calorie burn every single day. So that's why we strength training, because the more muscle you put on, the more calories you're going to burn every single day. I can strength train 3 days per week, but still burn a ton of calories for all 7 days because I'm putting on muscle. Now, what is actual strength training? Strength training is not just like a 30-minute boot camp class that uses 10-pound weights for an overhead press unless you're a super beginner. I want to do some sort of strength training that is going to challenge your muscles and that's going to get a burn. It's going to build actual muscle. Okay? It doesn't have to be extremely heavy. I'm just saying that don't try to use something more than just 5 or 10-pound weights for all of your exercises. Okay? Now, there is a time and a place for that high intensity training or that boot camp training that is going to burn calories on top of building your muscle, which is also very beneficial as well. But you need to make sure you're including actual strength training work with your workouts, okay? Because that's how you're going to build muscle. That's how you're going to get the afterburn effect. That's how you're going to burn more calories every single day instead of just trying to break a great sweat and burn a bunch of calories within your workout, okay? All right, those are my 5 tips. I know I expanded on this a lot. It's just near and dear to my heart. If you can do this every single day, you're going to lose weight, you're going to get leaner, you're going to get stronger, okay? So, again, eat enough protein, 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every single day, 7 days a week. Drink 100 ounces of water every single day, 7 days a week. Walk 7K to 10K steps every single day, 7 days a week. Prioritize whole foods every single day, 7 days a week. And finally, strength train 3 days a week and do some sort of high intensity 1 to 3 days a week. And that is your recipe for actually reaching your goals. Something to work on there. And that's it. All right. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave a comment. Again, as always, if you have any other topics that you want me to do, let me know. I'm going to start doing quicker ones of these that are packed full of information, so be sure to look out for that. Thanks for showing up and watching this, and I'll see you for the next presentation.